God might bless you. Mach na Israel, mach na Party, mach und Trailer handelt, dem Bach noch mehr Trailer. Und mach auch nachher, mit Juden und Christen, zusammen mit Mann. Mach na Israel, dann verstehen wir uns lachen. Und mach na Israel, Israel. You make it starting on your best.
Yes.
You follow the people around.
Yes.
And to make it in your life and standard, I'll participate in the expenses of the time.
Thank you.
למה יום הולדת שלי אני בן 40?
שותף ומוצלחת בין אבוין בבינה, אבל יהיה זה בדיוק לא. לנצל הבינה לכל עמדת מתחילים.
Für 60 Jahre, noch 10 Minuten בערך. Von Vietnam über Madroche.
Und ich sage nach Zocke, bevor wir gehen in Gladys, wir machen damit aber jemand sauber mit Rabban, also zu viel Gemüse. Und wir kann sein, dass ich es sehe.
Wir werden den Schiff in dem Dienst.
Dienstag haben wir das schon gegeben. Sie hat das wohl schnell schon. Und dann hat sie mehr Wissen schon.
I had my birthday yesterday.
Yeah, have happy years and happy pudding and long years. And
Thank you very much.
Next year, we all together in Eretz Yisrael will be something.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Morgen ist mein Jampoletter.
Dann soll man das dort in morgen.
Mittwoch wird mein Jampoletter. Mein Jampoletter ist auf schwarz.
So them have Zokin and Zokin by he led us in my birthday. By good to students. And my cousin is from Amen. So them have Zokin in the led by good to students. My cousin is from Amen. Then we go back to the Fabringo.
Then for you.
Mach mal verbringen. Ja, Milan, ik maak een pakje van hem, zeg ik met een lijntje.
So he'll be there. I hope that this makes a part. Yes.
God will make a blessing to be a good party.
Guys,
Jij mag gosje.
guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Shalom, everyone. Today, special session for the birthday of the Rebbe of Chabad, of the Rebbe, the Rebbe of our generation, the Moshe of the generation. And in all over the world, even in Israel right now, there is a big event in Jerusalem, which everyone participating, thousands of people coming together and celebrating the fact that the Rebbe of our generation is born today. We know that the day when Moshe Rabbeinu, the Midrash said, when Moshe Rabbeinu born, the house has been filled with light. It said, "Vatere ki tov hu," the pasuk said, she seen that the baby is good, and the commentaries explains that she understood, she seen that the house filled with light. V'tatzpino, she hided it. The fact that today the Rebbe born, it's the beginning of the salvation. Beginning of salvation of every Jew and every one of us have affected to this. To understand this concept, we need a little bit to understand who is Moshe, as per the Torah. Moshe of the generation. It said in the Torah that in every generation will be prophet נביא מקרבך, הקים לך כמוני. There is will be a prophet like Moshe in every generation. And this neshama of Moshe, since it's created, the world created, continue to coming again and again and again. טוב, אני אשתף שיר, תסביר את זה. And מפריע. Moshe Rabbeinu, his neshama was coming again and again, coming again as a reincarnation again and again, and never stop coming to the world. There is no one moment, there is no Moshe of the generation. Why? It started from Adam and then Hevel. Hevel was the son of Adam, the young son of Adam Arishon, that his neshama was also the neshama of Moshe, and then continue with the neshama of Shet, and then continue with Arpachshad, etc., etc., and then Avraham, Noach, Avraham. In every generation there is one tzaddik, which the entire story of the world is around him. And everything which we see, it's reality which is in the very, very, very limited perspective. Anyhow, so once every day that we know that there is a new leader of the generation born, this day is become a celebration day for us, because which means that we got a new mission and a new roadmap how to do every one of us work in front of Hashem. The connection extends the Zohar and the Tanya bring it. There is a deep connection between the neshamot of really every one of Am Israel. There are deep connection to the Rabbi, to the head of the generation, which is there. And even if the people of the not aware about this connection exists. There is a story. To understand this connection, I will tell you some story. There is a story that about one time the Rebbe tell to one of the guys that was supposed to fly from United States back to, I think, to Zurich or something or somewhere, and he told the Rebbe called him and gave him a box of matzah and told him that I request you, while you're going back to your city, please stop in another city in Europe and give it to the Yehudi that to a Jew that is there. There is one Jewish there, and give it to him. The person obviously didn't know the name of the Jewish. He didn't know where to go. But the Hasid didn't want to ask many questions. Once the Rebbe told him to go to that city, that village, he will do the command. So the Hasid took a flight, and even that it was not his direct flight where he was supposed to go, he arranged himself to stop in the same city which the Rebbe requested him. And he started to search for a Jew. He reached to the city, and everyone tells him, there is no Jewish here. There is no community of Jewish here. There is no one here. But the Rebbe said that there is someone here. So he continued to search. He continued to search more and more. And almost full day he was going ahead with this, and he could not find anyone. Literally before sunset, someone told him, yes, you know what, there is one Jewish, but he's not living as a Jew anymore. You can find him in this house, and I suggest you, maybe you can find him, I don't know. Few minutes before the sunset, he reached to his house, knocked the door. The person is opened the door, and he asked him, are you a Jewish? He said, yes. He said, here, I have a matzot for you from the Lubavitcher Rebbe. This guy was shocked. He himself told him, hey, come inside, I want to tell you something. The Chassid enter, meet with the same Jew, tell him, you know what? I am here living a long time alone. I am the only Jew here. He even had friendship with one non-Jewish lady. And with the years, everyone told him, everyone told him that come join us to when we go to the church. Come join us in Sunday. He said, no, maybe I'm not a Jewish. I'm a Jewish and I'm not so observant, but I'm not going to come with you to the church. And again, every week and every time and everyone giving him, again, trying to tell him, come, join us, join us, join us. And he doesn't agree for a long time, even that he see that he have many friends going and telling him, come, we'll have a good time. Even leave the religious part, just come with us as a social event. And every Sunday I seen all of them going to the church, and I myself staying here alone. And I was thinking about that and said, I don't know why I'm insisting not to go with them. God probably forgotten about me. And that moment that is occurred to my mind, I said, could be the God forgotten about me? Could be. And as it continued, he decided to give a condition to God. He said, God, today it's Sunday. It was Sunday or Monday, whatever, it was Monday when he was thinking about it. If 1 week from today, I will not get a sign from you that you didn't forget about me, I will go with them to the church. And he said, you came in the last moments of this week. When you knocked on the door, it was almost end of the day here. And it was in my mind that if today God will not send me the message, which means he forgotten about me. And this is a very strong story. The Rebbe sent his shaliach to his doorsteps in the last moments. And here we understand what it means, Rebbe. This is a very strong story. Because all of us praying to God. But to understand the answers of God, none of us knows how to communicate with God. And here is the place of Rabbi. The Rabbi come and guide us. The Rabbi come and he have, besides the divine knowledge and divine wisdom and divine efforts which he can prove to us that we can communicate with God, he also teach us how to become close to God. In one essence, there is no way that Judaism can run without Moshe Rabbeinu. In every generation must be a Moshe, someone that guides us in the work the generation is supposed to be. And in the ultimate time, in when this Moshe is becoming the Mashiach, when this happens, this is the time of the great revelation of God to the entire world. In our generation, we have the merits that we are in the generation of the Rabbi. The Rebbe one time explained that, and it says, as per the Zohar, also as per the Tanya, as per all the holy books. All Am Yisrael having one neshama. We think that every one of us is individual, but no. The truth is that every one of us is a part of one neshama. We cannot be separated in any other way. We have the same common goal, same common future, same common destiny. We see it right now in Eretz Israel when people fighting one for the benefit of the other, sacrifice their life. We see that every time that we are in a time of difficulty, immediately everyone is starting to help one of each other. Yes, in time of peace, we know also how to make one of each other to fight, like two small kids. You know, my kids, if you see them, every time that they are together, they have a fight. They love one each other. They cannot be one each other within one moment. But they like to fight. We do the same thing. It's one thing. We can fight between us sometimes, but really, in a time of need, in a time of resilience, we are there. We are there because we have one neshama. Every one of this neshama, every one of us have a different flavor, a different way to transfer the divine light. But every one of us is part of one neshama. But like we know, like the body has different levels of the neshama, different levels. There is the brain, and there is the eyes, there is a nose, there is the hands. Every one of us have different. The Chachamim of Am Yisrael, they're always called Einei Ha'eda, the people who see. They have the einayim, they have the ability to see the next step. Why? Because of their divine knowledge. They learning Torah. They know what the Torah said about all the situations, so they can see once something happened, they see what it's related to. Because that's the Chachamim, the sages are called Einei Ha'eda, the eyes of the neshama of the Am Yisrael. And the Rabbi, which means the head of Bnei Israel, is also called Rosh Bnei Israel, head of Bnei Israel. And the Rosh is always referring in the Kabbalah, the Reisha is the Moach, like it's the top, the core of everything. Everything starts from the beginning of Am Yisrael. The ultimate Jew, the one that in concentrate, it's actually including him all the neshamot of Am Yisrael. Means that every one of us, like the hand, the finger cannot move without connection to the head, the same thing, every one of the neshamot are connected in a real to the neshama of the tzaddik of the generation. In every generation, we had the Baal Shem Tov, we had Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, we had all the tzaddikim. In every generation, there is always Echad Miyuchad, that he is the one that able to feel the challenges of the generation and to guide them and to make sure that they will succeed. Succeed in what? succeed to fulfill the divine purpose that God gave them. They will succeed to use their potentials because God gave them a potential to do something great in every Jew. And because all of us is one neshama, every one of us, if we're doing our work correct, it's immediately affected on the entire body. In a different way, when the finger is pain, it's true, it's pain in the finger, but it affects the entire body. Like everything else, there is things which every one of us, because we are in one neshama, it affects everything up to the head. One time, another story, very interesting story. One time, one Hasid, he was frustrated about the situation. And he, in the same moment of frustration, looked on the picture of the Rebbe and said, Rebbe, where are you? Not helping me. And he took a shoe and threw on the picture. After that, he regretted what he'd done, God forbid, how he could do such things. But already happened. For a few years, he was visiting the Rabbi. When he came and visited the Rebbe, he was standing on the queue. The Rebbe gave him $1, blessed him, smiled to him, and he told him in the end that it's still paining. He felt, the Rebbe, of course, physically nothing was, he threw it on a picture. He didn't even, physically it's not even came close to the Rebbe. The Rebbe felt the pain of the same Jew. He tells him, it's still paining. So, we need to understand that this is what we are talking when we're talking about Rebbe. This is what is about. The celebration of Pesach, it said in Nisan nigalu, Nisan atidin nigalu. In time of Nisan, the Am Yisrael have been redeemed in the first time. And in the Nisan, they are going to be redeemed again. Obviously, we feel that now in our generation, we can see what's happening in the world. Now it's not already questioned that if this is a generation of Mashiach, everyone already feel it, that the situation is every day going towards new reality, like the prophecy of the Rebbe that said that in this generation we'll see Mashiach and it will happen and it's going to happen very soon. Just open the news and you will be amazed how, if we realize the situation which we are living in, see, we are talking right now, all of us, you are sitting at home, everyone sitting in his house, and we're speaking over a computer. For thousands of years, the world not seen such miracles. Yes, we know God guided the person, the people to do the work, but it's never revealed before. Suddenly in our generation, through 30, 40 years, we've seen such advancement. I'm now I'm starting then my 40 years old. When I born, all the electronics only started barely. I remember my parents having an analog phone when I was a kid. People was dialing, and suddenly today we are seeing each other, we're talking with each other. Obviously, it's something not, if you see it historically, thousands of years the world exists, and according to the scientists, it exists millions of years. How this kind of development happened in such a short time? We could not, suddenly people fly from one country to another country. These are things which are above any kind of imagination. You tell to your grandfather that will go a little bit, you ask your grandfather if he could imagine such things. No one could imagine even that. We are living in a different era. And we just, some of us and most of us, because we are busy in the day-to-day life, we could not even understand the historic moments of the life which we're living in. The world getting to a transformation. The world, in one side, having a lot of wars, but it's going toward the world say we don't want wars anymore. The world become much more global, much more. And it's all for one purpose. As per all the prophecies of Hashem, that this is when the end of day is coming, it will be a different reality. The knowledge will be spread out. Everyone today can, in 2 minutes, can get any book that he wants in the world. I have here, I sometimes look on the phone, I said, there is no book in the world which you cannot get it. All the knowledge is available for everyone. In the olden times, when we feel in the books of Chachamim, they said, I had this book, I could not tell what is written because I don't have such so and so books. Books was rare commodity. People could not get this. But today, the knowledge is spread. And this is because of the prophecy that the Rebbe said that this is a generation of redemption. The Rebbe started his becoming, he took the leadership of the Chabad movement and by this became the head of the generation. It was in 1910, very close to the time when exactly the Jews started to come back to Israel. 1908 was declaration of the state of Israel. But in the same time, when the Rebbe was becoming the transformation, he became a Rebbe. People starting to come back, to flee back to Israel in a big amount. In a big amount. Suddenly, after 2,000 years, in one generation, we see so much change. 100 years ago, no one even was speaking about going back to Israel somewhere. But in the generation of this Rebbe, we have already in Israel, we are already having a strong army, one of the advanced one. Who could imagine that? Today, everyone say, proud Israel. Of course, proud Israel, but 700 years ago, who could think about it? It was a dream. But we absolutely know that is nothing in the world by chance. There is no chance that just in our generation all this happens. And it's described all of it in the prophecies that the time will come when all this will happen. And it's all going towards one goal, that we will see Mashiach in our eyes. Imagine that when Mashiach will come, every one of us will be able to open his phone and to see it live. All the world can see what's happening in Beit HaMikdash live. And in this generation we are living, generation which is nothing like the generations before. The only thing in this generation is that we need to find the truth between ourselves. Moshe Rabbeinu took us from the boundaries of Egypt. The boundaries of Egypt, it was physical boundaries. It was boundaries of slavery to work people that they are not our nation, to work people which are not our land. And in that time, we worked terribly hard. Even that, the time of the people of Am Yisrael, they have been quite successful in Egypt. This is Agadah said שהיו בני ישראל מצוינים שם. עם ישראל do quite successful in Egypt, but they could not bear the fact that they are designing cities, building constructions, giving their wisdom for someone else and not for their own. In their identity, they knew they are not Egyptian. In their identity, they knew that they are belong to a different place. They are belong to the kids of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and they are who's supposed to continue this mission. And they knew that even if they are making decent living in Egypt, this is not what they want to be. And when Moshe Rabbeinu came and appeared to them, and he said to them, we're going to the land of Israel. But before that, I have to take you to the stop which called Mount Sinai to teach the Torah. We said already that Moshe Rabbeinu, this is the reason of the redemption. If we talked about this few shiurim back, that in Adar, the reason that Haman could not destroy Am Yisrael is because the Moshe Rabbeinu born in the month of Adar. He thought that he died, only he died, but no, he also born in the same day. And Rashi explains there that this day starting the festivals of Purim and Pesach. What Pesach connected to the Adar? So the reason that Pesach really starts when Moshe Rabbeinu born. The celebration of Am Yisrael starts when there is someone that can transfer to us the voice of God in the truth way, without interfering, without putting himself in the middle, only the pure voice of God, in order to show us the special mission that we hear. In a different from many ways to think on the life, Jews having very pure aspect about why they come into the world. We come into the world because we have a mission. And what is our mission? Our mission is to do the wish of God, to bring down his ways, to behave in his way out of free will, even that he giving a full free will. We are still having the ability, Jews having the ability to choose to do his way. Which means Jew will always wake up with sense of that he have a mission. And that's why Am Yisrael could not live properly in Egypt, even that they lived before they started, Pharaoh started to give them so many more punishment. The punishment of Pharaoh, they used to live quite well. When Moshe Rabbeinu started to approach Pharaoh, then it became even harder. Then he told them, that you start now to collect your own raw materials. Before that, they used to provide them, the Egyptian used to provide them the raw materials. The Egyptian used to give them, do the hard work for the Egyptian used to do, and the Bnei Israel worked very hard. But they were the wisdom. There was they were building, they were the professional people. So they lived well, but they didn't live well. Am Yisrael was screaming and yelling to God, please save us from that. What? You're sitting on the top of the empire, Egypt. You are appreciated worker of the kingdom. You have your pension. You have your food. You have your shelter. What are you asking for more? Am Yisrael was not happy. Am Yisrael wasn't happy. They asked for salvation. Why? Because they knew it's not their purpose to serve other nation which worshiping idols, to serve other people who are corrupted, who are wrong in their ways. They knew that they have to come out of Egypt. They prayed for it. And when Moshe Rabbeinu came to them and told them God wants to take you out, they believed in it. Because they knew inside that they belong to another place. Even that time, still, it was not called the nation of Israel. They are all just descendants of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. But they still didn't want to stay in Egypt. And this is a great thought, because so what is all redemption was? When Moshe Rabbeinu and Moshe and Aaron came to Am Israel, they not have been in situation so bad. They was working hard, but people are working hard in life. But again, they knew that they are missing their mission. They knew that they have a different scope on the earth. And the last redemption, it's much more noticeable. In the last redemption, we're supposed to come out from our real boundaries of our perceptions on what we think about life is. We are slave, all of us, today. We are slave of our day-to-day life, running after ourselves, what we are doing in this world. We came here to the world only to eat and drink and go to sleep, and again tomorrow go to work, drink, eat, go to sleep, and again the same routine. No. Why God will waste his and any kind of powers that he has to create world that there is no point of it, which means there is supposed to be a point. We're living for a reason. And this reason is to be a free man who chooses to do right by himself, which has the powers, have the ability to choose, and he chooses good over bad. A real free man, and then create a goodness world, goodness in the world, and by that, it will become a good world. Every one of us has this mission. But in the ability to live and see our life in such way, it's also take a lot of efforts, because we are, all of us, dealing with our life day to day. And we feeling slave. We doesn't feel that we are really came for the world to do some great mission. But imagine if we have been with awareness that we are actually a soldier of the greatest of the kings. A self-esteem will create it. That you know what you're living, you know why you need to overcome these challenges. And this will create a different way that in the way that we are actually executing our life decisions. Everything will come with a great essence of self-esteem, then understanding that we're doing very important thing. Then person feel a mission. When person feel a mission, he have meaning. He knows why he exists. And this is the real redemption. Moshe Rabbeinu told to Am Israel, you are actually a free people. You can now go out of Egypt. You are people who with a special purpose. And your purpose is to learn the Torah, and to bring it to the earth and to live in the land of Israel as per the Torah and mitzvot, and by this creating a correct environment to be that the God will be able to sit in the world, which means God is everywhere. When we said that we want to bring down Shekhinah, that the God will be residing here, what does it mean? He God created everywhere, so what? Which means that he will be happy to be here, that he will wish to be here. It's true, sometimes someone gives, God create everything, but he himself, as per his holiness and his high and holy ways and high holy attributes of God, which is merciful, kindness, hero for the justice, all these designations that God gave to, that the sages gave to God, some way to describe him, all this, it is his ways which we need to imitate in the world, and by that make him present in the world. And this is our real mission. And then person feels free, because he knows that whenever he goes to the work tomorrow, he's doing it for a very high reason. He has a mission of God to show the right way of how to bring godliness down, to do some more mitzvot, to do some more kindness, to learn some more Torah. And one person living with this kind of essence, he becoming a free man. Even what worries him, not worry him too much, because he knows that he's only fulfilling a duty. He cannot do everything. So which means he is in the hand of God, and God make him to complete his duty. And this is the point that Moshe Rabbeinu teaches. In the Sefirot, Moshe Rabbeinu represents the Sefirah of Da'at, or Chokhmah, but it's usually the Da'at. Da'at, knowledge. Da'at is what, which means in Hebrew, Lada'at, to know. What it means, Moshe Rabbeinu will help us to know God. There is one thing is to call that I heard about God, or I believe in God, or I think that I see something from godliness, and there is to know. When someone asks me, you know someone, I need to know him. Yeah, I know him. I didn't heard about him. I know him. Same thing. The milah ed in Hebrew, coming from the same letters. Ed is a witness. Witness need to know, see it in his eyes before he is signing that he witnessing on something. And Moshe Rabbeinu, he's the da'at. He's the one that help us to know God, to know him, and to be able to communicate with him in a real direct connection. And this is redemption, because once you are in a full awareness about godliness in your life, in your day-to-day life, there is no chance that you fail in your mission. And more than that, because you will succeed in your mission, obviously you will be much happier, you will feel redeemed, you will not be in a slavery anymore. You will not feel like you are working without a purpose, like a slave. And this is what we are celebrating in Pesach. That we came out of slavery for one reason, to be a free people, to know God. And this is through Moshe Rabbeinu. And here we come back to the point that בניסן נגאלו, בניסן עתידין להיגאל. There is no everything by השגחה פרטית. The Rebbe born in the 11th day of Nisan. The same Rebbe that started to tell us that all the process of the Geulah already The Geulah is in full swing. Soon we will see Mashiach. The Geulah, the redemption is in full swing. We can see it in everything happening in the world. The awareness about seeing God, seeing the godliness in the world, this is what's missing right now when Mashiach will come and Bet Mikdash will happen. But this generation is supposed to see it. But the work already started. Our generation, through the Rebbe, every one of us are able to see and connect to God. Even here we are in India, so far away from all the entire Jewish diaspora. We have few shlichim of the Rebbe. How it happened? Because it's all Am Yisrael, it is one body. And it's not by chance that 3 days before Pesach, the Rebbe is born. Because Nisan in this time, this is the auspicious time of the redemption. So already, once the Mashiach, the Moshe Rabbeinu of the generation has been born, already the redemption process has begun. Bezrat Hashem, all of us will see it very soon, maybe before Pesach. We will ask it that this Pesach maybe we could do in Bet HaMikdash. We should believe in it. We should believe that it's very soon all of us will be in Eretz Israel, greeting Mashiach, and actually understanding that we have been lived in the most interesting generation since the world has been created. Be'ezrat Hashem, every one of us should take some good decision today. Like the birthday of Nasi Ador is a time of reckoning, like our birthday. In the minhag of in the Yahadut, is in birthday, we're not just doing celebration, we also take a few more moments to think about how can I do better. The same thing in this generation, we could see in the video beginning, in the first video, that everyone that was, not everyone, many people that went to the Rebbe, some of them gave books, some of them gave everyone did something to give the Rebbe presents. The Rebbe doesn't need money, he doesn't need, he knows the Torah, but every time that we're doing a good thing, this is add pleasure to the Rebbe. Everyone that we are affecting other Jew to do the right thing, it's immediately give pleasure to the HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Because the Rebbe feels what the HaKadosh Baruch Hu feels, as he is the one that's supposed to transform to us the godly knowledge. Hence, tzaddikim נקראו על שם בורם. All the tzaddikim of our generation, they always, Hashem was calling him, they used to be called on the name of the creators. Because this is the way that God revealed himself in the world, through the tzaddikim. Be'ezrat Hashem, soon enough, we will do L'chaim in Bet HaMikdash, and we will be all of us happy, Be'ezrat Hashem, together, and we'll do Korban Pesach in Bet HaMikdash, and every one of us should be very much happy and delighted due to the arrival of Mashiach. I just want to say another few words about Pesach. First of all, Monday evening and Tuesday evening, we have a seder here at Chabad Center Mazgaon, and everyone are welcome. And if you know someone that would love to join, please tell him. And in the first day, we're starting by 8:15, in the second day by 8:30. And another thing, if someone of you didn't sell yet the matzot, the chametz, it is very crucial that every one of us will sell the chametz. In order to sell the chametz, you only need to link we are published already the link. If someone need the link again, we'll send it to you. I will just again remind what is selling of the chametz. We are not allowed to eat chametz, this we know, during Pesach. But we also need to know that we are not allowed to possess chametz, which means to hold any kind of chametz in our area, in our house, car, warehouse, whatever. We're not allowed. So, but sometimes it's impossible to either remove the chametz or there is very expensive, like bottle of whiskey, which we want to keep. So what we do, we're keeping all the chametz in closed place, and we register and give authorization to the rabbi to sell your chametz, which in the eve of Pesach, we're doing here as in a way of mechirat chametz, which we calling a one and known Jew, which he's buy from us. We're doing a proper contract that he buys the chametz, and after the Chag, the rabbi buys the chametz from him back. This is done all over the world. Google it, you will see the chief rabbi of Israel. In every community, it's actually done. Every community. Baruch Hashem, we're here doing it for a few years. And here, Bezrat Hashem, we'll do it in Magen David. We are selling the chametz in presence of Mar Salomon Sofer and the Chazan, Rabbi Michael. And we are going to do the Mechirat Chametz. And I request every one of you to please fill the form and sell your Chametz. It takes 2 minutes, and it's extremely important to be in kosher Pesach. Third thing I want to emphasize, this year we had a meretz. Wait a second. We printed, just a second, it's blur. We printed this guide for Pesach. Here it's most of the subject of Pesach, starting from how we're supposed to prepare the house, how to kosherize our utensils, how to prepare kosher wine for Pesach. All this you have in this guide. Every one of us that not received it yet can call me. I can send it to you either by a soft copy, or if you are around or that you have nearby someone I can deliver, or that you give us an address, we'll try to deliver it as soon as possible, the hard copy. So I wish every one of you Pesach Kasher Sameach, and we are again celebrating today the day of the beginning of when the Rebbe became when the Rebbe came to the world, and we'll see now a short video before we are finishing, and by this we will finish. Elisheva, do you want to share a video?
Yes, 1 minute.
Thank you very much, everyone.
רגע, רק שנייה.
איך נראה הוידאו?
Order of the day. We want Mashiach. Ich verstandig, als in von jedem Ledes darf sein nach Hero, was sie verbunden mit der Linie, was weltgeborener Kind, wo das der Pschat von jedem Ledes. Wo steht dort der Badgosche der Linie von Ledes, wie bald das sein jedem Ledes, ist auch zu demol Gitter der Linie von Ledes, an neuen Zugang mit einer neuen Schule in ganzen Sachen nicht rechnen, was sie gewähren früher. Was das ist der Hadgosche, aber ich habe es mir ruft an dem Tag mit dem Namen von Jemi Ledes, Nisan, wo das ist der Tag, was das sich zusammengeklimmt, die schon im Schliefen ist, ich da werde Hadgosche, als der Wetter geboren von der Snai und im Ganzen nicht gebunden mit den jungen Bildern zu ihm, was gewähnt beobachtet, worin ist erst geboren geworden, und das ist sein Tag von seiner Lede. Wo das ist echt verbunden mit dem Pirush, was sagt in Jerusalem, aber bevor sie Jerusalem, aber jeme Ledes, wenn man soll geben. Der Masel, wie sie gewähnt hat, Tag vor dem, zwei Tag vor der Uvechulu, ist das auch der Tag, wo demut steht, sein Masel bis Gabrus. Kon ruft und schläbe ehrlich mehr.
Thank you very much. As we see, birthday, it's a new beginning. And whenever the birthday of the head of the generation, it's all a new beginning for all of us. Let's take this opportunity of Pesach, and the birthday of the Rebbe for a new beginning and beginning life of redemption. Chag